Every week, another AI agent launches. OpenAI ships workspace agents, Anthropic pushes managed layers, and Perplexity drops a Mac app. If you lead a team right now, the reaction isn't excitement, it's exhaustion. That exhaustion comes from how we've been forced to work with AI. It usually requires packing up your data, migrating out of your native environment, and pasting everything into a blank browser chat window to get a result. Migration is the most expensive request you can make of an organization. Most teams don't want a new destination. They want the work to become easier exactly where it's already happening. AI quality is ultimately downstream of data access. A brilliant model staring at an empty context window is less useful than a mediocre agent that has your full customer history sitting right in front of it. This creates a new requirement for AI tools. The conversation has moved from how smart the model is to how much of your existing infrastructure the model can actually reach. Salesforce is now moving to remove the browser interface from the equation entirely. Their Headless 360 initiative turns the platform into an API. By decoupling business logic from the interface, capabilities become agent commands. External agents now reach directly into the CRM. Coding agents or Slack workflows natively update pipelines and trigger permissions without human clicks. Parker Harris, Salesforce's co-founder, framed the shift by asking why anyone should ever have to log into Salesforce again. This signals a change in the industry. AI is no longer a standalone product you visit. It's becoming an invisible infrastructure layer operating underneath your business software. Because the value is now in the infrastructure, benchmark scores don't tell the full story for a business. Evaluating a new tool requires a different set of criteria. First, does it plug into tools the team uses? Second, is it an open system? Third, does it access proprietary data? Fourth, is there an ecosystem forming? Finally, can you stack agents to compose a workflow? When you apply these 5 questions, most of the high-profile AI launches fail to meet the standard. The industry noise clears out completely, leaving only the tools that actually integrate with the way your team works. Microsoft Copilot Wave 3 scores well here because of its clear data advantage. It sits natively inside the Microsoft 365 graph, meaning it has the full context of your emails, Teams meetings, and SharePoint files. ChatGPT workspace agents pass our 5-question filter for an entirely different reason. They are built for shared, repeatable team workflows in environments like Slack, where the ability to schedule and manage a process matters more than a solo brainstorming session. Perplexity's Mac app fills a gap for teams handling deep, research-heavy tasks. By gaining local file access, it can synthesize information from your machine and the web to create a final report, rather than just acting as a search engine. Kimi 2.6 represents the opposite end of the spectrum. It's a strong, open-weight model for developers, but it lacks the enterprise connectors needed to route work for a standard business team. No single tool wins every category. The utility of an agent is tied to the specific data environment it inhabits. This infrastructure focus reveals a problem with the most common question in AI. Which chatbot should we switch our team to? Switching costs are high because prompts, specialized context, and team habits don't port easily between products. The transition is rarely plug-and-play. Instead of trying to find one default winner, the more effective approach is deliberate layering. You keep your default tools where they work and add specialists where they have a clear data advantage. We are seeing model intelligence become an embedded engine. Models like Claude now operate as a layer inside the apps and graphs you already use, inheriting their permissions and business logic. Success in this environment isn't about mastering a single chatbot. It's about building the judgment to route specific tasks to the specific infrastructure where the work naturally belongs.